Week 1 of the NFL is officially upon us. It has been a while since I've made a YouTube video, and so with this first week, with the NFL finally upon us, I've decided to make a video. The season kicks off Thursday night with the reigning, defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Micah Parsons-less Dallas Cowboys. I personally believe that the Philadelphia Eagles are one of the best teams in the NFC this year, and that the Eagles will run away with this game. Game number 2, Friday night. It is the Chiefs and the Chargers. I am choosing the Los Angeles Chargers. Do I need to explain more? Then, Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock games. We have the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Cleveland Browns. Even though I think Joe Flacco has a decent record against us, this Bengals team has no excuse not to get off hot. Our starters played in the preseason. There's no contract disputes going into the season. I think we win this game. It's going to be close. Our defense is very suspect this year. Then we have the Steelers versus the Jets. Kind of funny because both starting quarterbacks in this game are playing their old teams. I think that if the Jets can give Justin Fields time and protection this year, the Jets can actually win some games. The Steelers, on the other hand, with Aaron Rodgers, they did go out and get DK Metcalf. I'm going the Jets. I don't like the Steelers. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback. I understand why they brought him in to maybe mentor and teach Will Howard how to be a quarterback, so forth and so on. The Giants versus the Commanders. The Washington Commanders, to me, are one of the 3 best teams in the NFC, period. I love what the Giants did, going out and signing Russell Wilson and signing Jameis Winston to help coach and teach Jackson Dart, who I do believe is going to be the future franchise quarterback of that team. The Giants probably have a top 5, if not top 10 defense in the league. I feel like the Giants' defense will keep them in games this year. Russ, to me, is better than Aaron Rodgers, even at their ages. I think that Russ can win this game for the Giants, and I feel like the Giants will win this game. I do believe it'll be close. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. I don't watch many Falcons games. I know that they've got a couple good players. I know Penix is probably their guy, but I like the Bucks' offense. I love Baker Mayfield. I've always thought Baker Mayfield was a good quarterback. So I like the Bucks in this. The Panthers versus the Jags. Both of these teams suck. But Bryce Young last year showed that he can be a starting quarterback in the NFL. The Panthers, I believe, were the number 1 or 2, either the first or the second best rushing team in the league. I'm intrigued to see how Travis Hunter does playing both sides of the ball. It's going to be really interesting, but I'm choosing the Jags by field goal. The Cardinals versus the Saints is the next game. The Saints absolutely suck and will most likely be drafting Arch Manning number 1. I like the Cardinals with Marvin Harrison Jr. in his second year. The Raiders versus the Patriots. For those of you guys that do not know, who have not watched or don't know me personally, I will never pick the New England Patriots in anything. I cannot stand the Patriots. I love Ashton Gency. I think he's going to win Rookie of the Year. I think he might even be in the MVP race. I like how the Raiders got Pete Carroll. He's a Super Bowl winning coach. They've got Geno Smith. I think the Raiders win this one. The Miami Dolphins versus the Indianapolis Colts. I understand that there's some issues with Anthony Richardson. I don't understand why the Colts chose to start Daniel Jones. Now I get it. You've seen the resurgence of Geno Smith and Sam Darnold with different quarterback coordinators and offensive coordinators and coaches. But I'm questioning the Colts' sanity here. And my buddy James, who's a Colts fan, I know he'll be watching this. Please explain this to me, please. I'm choosing the Dolphins. But I'm only choosing the Dolphins if, in my eyes, the poster child of CTE, Tua, can stay on the field. The Seahawks versus the 49ers is the next game. As long as it's not third and long and Sam Darnold doesn't see ghost, I think Seattle will be fine this year. They did lose DK Metcalf, but I think they turned around and got Cooper Kupp. The 49ers, in my eyes, are just the better team. The Titans and the Broncos. So here's my issue with the Tennessee Titans. I understand they got the number 1 pick. I understand Cam Ward did great things in the University of Miami, but he is the least talked about number 1 overall pick that I can remember in the NFL. The Broncos last year, or maybe the year before, I can't remember when they drafted Bo Nix, but Bo Nix has proven that he is a great quarterback and can lead that team. And I think the Broncos will probably end up being the team that takes the division from the Chiefs. So I'm going the Denver Broncos. The Texans versus the Rams. The Rams won the Aaron Rodgers former teammate sweepstakes by getting Davante Adams, but losing Cooper Kupp. The Texans have C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins, Joe Mixon, a really good offense, a really good defense. I'm going the Texans. The Lions versus the Packers. In my eyes, this is going to be the second best game of the week. The Lions missed the big game by losing to the Commanders in the divisional round. Nothing to be upset about. I think that if the Lions would have gone on to the championship, the NFC Championship game, I feel like they probably would have beaten the Eagles. The Packers got Micah Parsons, thanks to Jerry Jones. The Bengals have to deal with that this year. I think the Lions are the second best team in the NFC behind the Eagles. I'm going to go the Lions in a very close but good game. And then Sunday Night Football, the game of the week. I'm not a Ravens fan. I do not believe the Ravens can win a playoff or a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson. I like the Bills. Josh Allen's coming off of winning the MVP, even though Joe Burrow had better stats than every quarterback in the league. But apparently the MVP race is based on how your team does. I digress. I think Buffalo wins this game. I think it's a very close game. Monday Night Football. Vikings versus the Bears. The season debut of J.J. McCarthy. They've got J.J. McCarthy, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen. I can't remember their other wide receiver's name nor their running back's name. And then you have the Chicago Bears. Adunze. I can't remember the other wide receiver that the Bears have at the moment. I think Caleb Williams takes a step forward. I am shockingly going the Chicago Bears. And that has been my week 1 NFL picks. I will see you next week.